So that means that, yeah, my bathroom is the most profitable room in my entire mall. We're gonna build a mall, and the first thing we need to determine is how many casualties are acceptable. From what I'm seeing in the background, hopefully it's a lot. And here we go with the tough questions. Well, this wouldn't be the same without some livestock. The staff are gonna have hunger and bladder needs, but I'm not gonna have any cares about that. Since we have unlimited money, the numbers here aren't really gonna matter. Except for this one. I had no idea there even was mods for this, but it's too late now, we've gone too far. You have somehow inherited this massive land. Long story short, commercial is your only option. It's sandbox mode, we have all the freedom in the world, but we can only build a foundation right here. What if I don't want to play by the rules? I don't like the trees anyway, does that count? Nope, you literally have to build it only right here. Now we need to wait for the foundation to be finished before we can build further. Luckily we have one entire worker on this massive project. We could hire more workers, but it makes much more sense to just fast forward things. I won't lie, the little guy is pretty good at his job though. Hopefully he survives this little epidemic. Is he multiplying? Where'd we get the second one from? Oh, he's gone now anyway. I guess he just figured she had it under control. Place a staff door and a double door on the designated spots. Again, really loving this freedom we're allowed to have. The staff door is worth less than half as much as a regular door. That says a lot about the staff's value. We should separate our future storage and store with a wall. Good thinking. Another staff door? How many do these people need? Right, let's just power through the tutorial. Wait a sec. Select set product for shelf. Of course, we can't do that until the shelves are actually built, otherwise that would make me look stupid. So many choices. Everyone needs pet food and sauces and seasoning. That way if they don't like the pet food, they can spice it up a little bit. You know what? This whole row is going to be pet food. Now things are getting interesting. The regular shelves, we have a whole bunch of options. This store is simply known for sports balls, pet food, and a few sauces. We need to link our storage with our store. Is it not already obvious? I mean, they're connected with the staff door. We haven't even hired employees yet. The tutorial isn't really doing it right. You have an awful lot of hair for a 29-year-old. And based on nothing more than that, we're gonna take Joel. Need someone to work the shelves. Kathleen here has no sociability, and that's fine because she's gonna be dealing with the shelves. Good job. Your store is now complete and will open at 9. Well, that's where you're wrong. It opens at 6 tutorial. Right, so where is it supposed to be? I don't think it's obvious. As you don't seem particularly useful at anything. Sometime today, yeah, the entire mall is waiting on you. Before we get to our office workers, we need to set break policy. They never get a break. They work in the office. If they don't like that, they shouldn't work in the office. And you'll notice we incorporated that policy before we hired anyone. That way they can't complain after the fact. Finally, let's fill this wild land with concrete and capitalism. It really is a little underwhelming so far, isn't it? Considering we have all this space to work with. I feel like we're gonna need more builders. As always, not sure how many I'm gonna need. We're capped? 255? That's not enough to build a mall. And that's obviously speaking strictly from experience. Before we even get started on anything, we need an alcohol license. They did say we were gonna need more customer parking. And apparently to do that, it needs to be built along an existing road. Luckily I just hired 255 workers, none of which can be seen here. Because I guess none of them actually wanted a job after all. Luckily, we can just continue working this one guy until he dies of exhaustion. Oh wait, here we go. Now they're spreading out. Would you guys mind not parking here? My construction workers have nowhere to be. What is this guy's problem? He looks ready to explode. I've gone ahead and added some staff parking, that way we can actually hire more workers. Unfortunately, the current workers are building my other road over here, so they're going to take a little while before they can get to that. It is a bit of a walk. You know what? We need to hire some people to do the night shift. Let's see here. There's 24 hours in a day, so that should be 3 workers full time. We've already got 2 for the day, so I need 4 more workers. That's right, 17. They should be able to research everything we need. And they're going to work from 0 to 15 every single day, all 14 of them. They're going to have to share an office. Well, the workforce is growing. Not sure how much the game loves that, but it's working. I can only build parking along an existing roadway, so we also need some more roadways. Pretty sure the rest of the mall is just going to run itself in the meantime. We now have a lot of cars showing up. Not sure if they're customers or workers. Let's slow it down and take a look. Well, if anything, we have a lot of workers. They might actually eventually buy something, so I'm considering this a success already. Can I actually get rid of the road? We'll be trapped here forever. What actually happens? The road is invalidated, that's for sure. Yeah, well, they can just live here. Wonder how long it'll take them to die. Is that a thing in this game? I hope so. At least these guys have somewhere to hang out. Okay, we'll let them go for now. They're gonna have to go somewhere. Finally, a workforce that can keep up with my stupid ideas. But now that they've done that, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with them all. You think the parking lot's big enough though? I'd have sworn there's supposed to be about 16 more of you in here. There's at least room for about 16 more in here. What is your problem now? Perfect. We can now sell alcohol. Too bad we don't have any room with all the dog food we have. Look at this place fill up though. I think it's literally all workers. But at least the parking lot works. Okay, we've got a lot of fun options at this point. We also want night hours for sure, and then maybe the bars. This will be the mightiest, leggiest mall there ever was. Actually making the game leg pretty bad. I'm impressed. A building this big only needs one door, that way I know the flow of people. Pretty impressive space. But what do we do with it? I guess a store could be fun for now, albeit a pretty big one. Guess I probably should have left some room for a cashier. As far as I can tell, placing it like this gives the longest queue line, so I get 10 people able to queue up for that. That should be enough to accommodate this space. Construction toys? That's almost perfect. I have nothing but construction workers here anyway. In fact, I have a lot of them, so they'll really appreciate these. I did notice there are a lot of cars in and out of here too, so we'll make a few rows of car toys. Car tools. I wonder if the lack of restroom is keeping people away. Well, our profit seems to be doing good things so far. And yeah, we'll give everyone a restroom, complete with fountains, vending machines, and tables should anyone want to hang out. The vending machine actually seems to be a pretty big hit so far. That's our lone source of profit at this point, that one vending machine. Restroom incomplete requires toilet sinks. What is a toilet sink? We seem to have a bit of a problem here. I didn't really leave any room for this thing. As soon as one of my many idiots comes here to remove the urinal, we'll solve this problem. I could just place a wall along this upper edge, but then I'd have to install a door. You see that? You install a nice bathroom with vending machines and your profit takes a turn. Complete 180. I might have come up with the most brilliant plan ever. Build them all and treat the employees so poorly it drives them to drink, then give them a bar. Our profit's kind of taking a turn again. That vending machine was doing its job, but I'm a little worried now. Luckily, I put my idiots on a new project. That vending machine though, 80,000 workers and they still can't finish the job. I guess I forgot to fill out the rest of the store too, so I might as well do that while they're building whatever it is I'm building. The vending machine worked for a while, but profits have once again taken a turn for the worse. You know what everyone's problem is? They're running out of money, so we're going to put ATMs everywhere. That way when they need money, well, it's right there in front of them. Also, a lot more vending machines because those are really the only thing making us money at this point. I mean, that thing's just a gold mine. Why is there no one in our store? The vending machines aren't even installed. The ATMs aren't installed. I have 1 million workers. What are they even doing? Oh yeah, they're migrating. There we go. 60 hours later, we're finally actually getting some stock on our shelves. That should actually mean some customers. Look at that, we're all the way up to 5. We've got parking for $1,500 and we've got 7 customers. Yesterday's profit, $479. Today's profit, $316 and counting. It's kind of hypnotic, isn't it? Obviously, this is simply going to be the bar. Not sure it's big enough, but we'll go with that for now. I think 50-something cashiers should be able to accommodate all this space. I'm just guesstimating here. I don't really care. And then 50-something cash registers running, I think, around the clock. That should be 150 people, give or take. That should be fine. You know what? We might actually need more staff parking. Now we've got to hire some bar shelves as well. I know they're kind of hard to see way down there, and there's going to be a lot of them. But we'll make this work. We got this one side over here full of bar shelves. Getting there anyway, so we'll put some stock on there and make this all happen. In order the mall's not making any money, the starting salary is only $1, and I'm making money off my employees, so I'm not making very much. Right, so is there a way to just like fire everyone and start fresh? The queue area for this object is obstructed by objects. Well, why'd you let me build them so close together then? That's okay though, that allows us to fire 50% more of these people and hire 50% more of the ones we actually need. And I forgot to fire 50% of my workforce, so I still need one more stock clerk at least before this place qualifies. And we've adjusted the bar hours, opens at midnight and it closes at 11 p.m. So it's a 23-hour bar. The staff are gonna love it. And is there a quick way to do this? Nope, I gotta click and click. That's okay, we can make do with a few stock boys. They don't have that big of an area. We've also started researching food, that way we can start feeding everyone because our workers are gonna get hungry, and I'm gonna install some more parking down here, believe it or not, because we just never have enough. Now we're getting somewhere. Sales are on the way up. Smartphones are important, but soda, beer, and liquor combined way outweigh smartphones. Look at this vending machine. Made $1,000 yesterday. It's the only bathroom on site, so everyone has to walk all the way over here. By the time they're all the way over here, they're pretty tired and thirsty. They want a drink. And what are these little guys running around? Are these the rats? We need to slow this down a bit. Yep, those would be the rats. Would do more customer parking, but I'll be honest, we really only get 20-30 customers a day. It's the staff we need more room for. We need more staff and more vending machines. They're our money makers. I think the office is pretty much the easiest thing to build. It requires the littlest effort and we can fill it full of workers, all of whom are going to want to use this vending machine. I wonder if we can get this thing up to like $10,000 a day. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you can actually place them exactly side by side. Then I should hopefully be safe to do this, which the game isn't loving, but it crashed. That's weird. I wonder if in the end this is actually going to be profitable, considering how very little I pay my employees and how much money I'm going to be making off the vending machine. Let's try this again, but maybe in smaller bites. Not sure how much the game is going to enjoy that, but before you know it, we'll have some very unhappy office workers. Wow, that's actually going really quickly. I can already feel the game lagging just a little bit, and considering it's currently paused, this might not go so well. It seems to have capped me at 256 people. We'll let that go for now. I definitely think there's more than 256 desks out there, but we'll kind of let the game do its thing for now and worry about the rest later. Oh, the workers are taking care of them. I was wondering why nothing was getting built. Might need to actually hire some janitors to stop the rats from spreading. That way my workers can actually finish some stuff. Plus, that's just more people we can make money off of. Once the rats go away, the workers will be back to work doing worker stuff, and hopefully some office people will actually show up. My office plan seems to be failing me so far. We're still waiting on office workers. We have a bunch hired and we're waiting, but something is stopping them from coming in and I don't know what it is yet. While we're at it, we're going to hire more builders because nothing's really getting built anymore. I think they're mostly battling the rats, so we'll just add more workers to the problem. I think we might have finally got just a little bit ahead of our rat problem. Our little vending machine is up almost 50% profit, $1,480 a day. We've got some new office workers over in this little office, so clearly we can get more workers. They just don't like this one for whatever reason, so we might have to rebuild it. Which is a bit of a shame because it's pretty big and the game isn't loving things as it is. After stepping away for a few minutes, I come back to find my workers doing this. Still working away because I just made my spaces way too big, not even sure what's going on down there. But most importantly, I still feel like we could be making more off this thing. 1,477 isn't enough to keep this mall going. And the bar doesn't seem to be helping us very much. It has a profit margin of negative 57,000%. Our store, on the other hand, is only at negative 2,453%, so comparatively it's doing much better. And this one actually has a 45% profit margin. It might not be that big, but it's doing its job. So that means that yeah, my bathroom is the most profitable room in my entire mall. So let's see what we can do to get our profits back in order. Look at that, the vending machine moving up in the world, 1800. But then where are all the rats gonna go? I didn't think this through at all. With a few small tweaks, the profit is coming way back up. So if I'm understanding this correctly, the maintenance center costs $0 to maintain. While I do have to pay the employees, they will make me money off the vending machine. Not sure if there'll be enough to make a profit, but we're sure gonna try. Given that our workers seem to be the biggest users of our vending machine, we need more of them, and also just to help kind of scrub everything else away. Now the good part begins. We get to hire new workers. This guy was fired only 2 days ago, so he'll be happy to come back. Well, it's letting me have another 256, so that should add up to a little bit more money for me. This building down here, whatever this was, is basically entirely purely rats at this point. Look at the magical U-turn profit is making though. It was plummeting, now it's skyrocketing. It seems we're limited to 256 builders per building, regardless of the size of it, so I need to start making those smaller. And of course, give them an hour adjustment. Next step, profit. Well, at least my newfound workforce is keeping themselves busy and actually doing useful stuff. Despite our crazy amount of workers making an almost continuous stream to the vending machine, we're only up to $2,279 per day, which according to the books isn't really good. That still leaves us about $23,000 in debt every single day. And look at them go, so quick it's crashing the game. Now we're getting somewhere, and I haven't even finished my office yet. Not even halfway through the day and we're at $1,700. That was actually pretty painless. And look, the workers are already getting in there. Alright, let's try and hire some of these idiots and see how this is gonna go. Again, we're excitingly limited to 256 people. So, lesson learned, I probably put too many desks in. For some reason, the office staff just don't want to come and work in a big office like this. I've had the same issue twice. Still waiting on office workers, they're hired, we're just waiting for them to never start apparently. But the workers seem to be the profit anyway, and if they're not kept particularly busy, they don't really make a lot of money. But given everything that I'm seeing, I don't think there's any way to make money just off a vending machine. I might be wrong, but this one's going to take more thought. And I give up for now.